welcome back to another rendition of ACRS. We got a fan reaction. Some of the craziest documentaries in UK history going down right now. UK drill at its peak. We got to see what bodies led to what beef led to what, which situation led to who, why this led to this, why who had he. Y'all just let me know down in the comments if y'all want to see another documentary. If y'all want to see some more UK drill, some more this, some more that, let me know down in the chat, in the comments, wherever you watching shit at. Let me know down in the, wherever you gotta let your boy know at. Like the video if you like the videos. Sub to the channel. Follow your boy on every single platform. Do what you gotta do. Let's get straight into the sauce.
In recent years, we have seen the rise of drill music coming out of Huddersfield, with rappers like Booter B making a huge noise in the scene. However, what a lot of drill fans are unaware of.
And what's so crazy, I still ain't even seen this nigga. I ain't even seen this nigga face. This Booter B nigga face. It's so crazy. They said he caught 3 bodies and got away with it. 3 ballers.
Is the ongoing war in Huddersfield between 2 street gangs. Huddersfield is even known to have a massive gun crime problem, with news channels labeling it an epidemic. With broad day shootings and stabbings playing out between 2 gangs, those being F Block and Topsides. F Block is a street gang based in Fartown and parts of Birkby within North Huddersfield, around the HD2 postcode. Fartown is notoriously known as the worst part of Huddersfield, with it even being labeled a war zone.
The sleepy town I grew up in had the violence was clustering into areas like Birkby, where I used to live in before Fartown. I went to school, it felt more like a war zone than a sleepy town. I guess a sleepy town is just a town that's not active, I guess. But that's how a lot of places turn, especially when you see like different bro, people catch trends and people see this internet shit change the game. People seeing people from a whole different area doing crazy shit, so the streets is too flooded right now with people that want to be something that they not, bro. That's all it is, and these people is just going too far. 2019 is crazy.
By residents living there. The F Block gang has been around for nearly 2 decades, with F Block even having traces back to the early 2000s. However, they would only refer to themselves as F Block in recent years, due to them starting to drop music. F Block mainly beef Topsides, Dalton Drillas, and Birkby, which has become very deadly in recent years. F Block also has an alliance with Walpole, or Wally, which is another street...
Bro, these... I ain't gonna lie, these damn neighborhoods look crazy as hell. These neighborhoods look ridiculous. This shit don't even look like, that shit don't even look like this shit look weird as hell. The fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What type of neighborhood is this? What type of cutoffs is these? I'd be pissed if I went to 3 schools and shit, and the hoop and shit and shit.
Nah, what the fuck type of cutoff that is?
This.
Nah, at the
this.
end, boy. Nah, at the end.
This shit. Nigga said, fuck you.
That's wild.
Nigga sticking out the finger and shit.
Nah, that's... Hey,
nigga did this.
That's wild. What the fuck?
You mother holla. That's what that bitch look like this. That bitch look like a...
In recent years. F Block also has an alliance with Walpole, or Wally, which is another street gang based within Huddersfield. In recent years, we would see F Block blow in the drill scene, with a young rapper named Booter B exploding on the scene. Now Topsides is a gang also based around the HD2 postcode within North Huddersfield. However, Topsides is split into 3 different subsets, with the younger generation going by RSK and Up Top nowadays. However, the original generation goes by BBD, which stands for Black Bandana Gang. These 3 sets make up the Topsides gang. Topsides is based around Brackenhall, Sheepbridge, Dayton, and Bradley. Whilst Topsides don't have many rappers, the rappers they do have are seriously hard and definitely deserve some recognition. A lot of Topsides rappers don't really drop songs much, with a lot of their music being leaked. Around 2018, Topsides would start beefing Wally or Walpole, which was close with F Block. Topsides would also beef Dalton Drillas around this time. Following this, F Block, Wally, and Dalton would decide to form an alliance. However, this wouldn't last long, and Topsides would declare a full-on war between the gangs. F Block members would start to distance long, following Walpole, a lot of their music being leaked. Around 2018, Topsides rappers don't really drop songs much, with a lot of their music being leaked. Around 2018, Topsides would start beefing Wally or Walpole, which was close with F Block. Topsides would also beef Dalton Drillas around this time. Following this, F Block, Wally, and Dalton would decide to form an alliance. However, this wouldn't last long, and Topsides would declare a full-on war between the gangs. F Block.
If three gangs teamed up on your life, you gotta be spanking shit.
Don't always say that.
You crazy as hell. What you teaming up against in one gang for? 3 different gangs?
Niggas team up because they be related and shit. Literally.
If y'all was just beefing, you in one gang just beefing, right? And y'all beefing with another gang, what is the reason with me, your gang, and another gang? All 3 of us was just beefing. Ain't no reason for all 3 of us to click up in order to beat this nigga.
I'm not saying it's bro, sometimes it's like
Man,
that.
they was scared of this
bro,
bitch.
sometimes it's like that. You can look at a whole bunch of people's histories and see that shit, but like, bro.
I get what you're saying. But in a lot of those cases,
most of the cases it be like this, bro.
In a lot of those cases, it don't be the enemy of my enemy type shit.
Bro,
no,
listen,
that's not how it be. In those cases, it just be family, and it be just so happen if we had the same enemy. That's what that be. Motherfuckers.
Most cases when motherfuckers click up and they was into it. Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers that's
right. And then it be like just so happen. Oh, we into it with them too. That's how it be.
No.
Cause a lot of times,
like, it be like this. I just seen motherfuckers that been into it for a while.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then a motherfucker also into it with another motherfucker. Like,
right.
Say 3 gangs. You know
right.
what I'm saying? I just seen 2 gangs that been into it for a long time.
Right.
And they into it with a whole other gang. You know what I'm saying? And they all spanking each other. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But nigga, one motherfucker get out of jail and let 2 of the gangs know, like, nigga, y'all don't even know y'all's not even supposed to be into it. Like, man, y'all supposed to be close and this is that and third. And off the love and the respect for that one motherfucker that them little niggas have. Them little niggas just stop.
But that's my point. That's my point. My point being, just so happened that these 2 gangs are beefing with the same gang is what I'm saying. Because what if they were just beefing with each other and that's it? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So just so happened that they're beefing with the other gang also.
But
in
nowadays,
this, there's no reason.
It's a big thing. Nowadays, most gangs are beefing with everybody.
But not necessarily. There's no reason. That's not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true. That's a different thing than beefing with everybody. That's a different thing than that. Your gang beefing with everybody is a different thing. You cannot say. What's a gang like? What's the dude name that just died? Jeff. Damn. What's his gang? Damn. Bloodhound. Right. You can't say he beefing with the 60 Crips. Fuck they beefing for? Fuck they got. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck they got to beef about? They not in the same neighborhood. They'll never see each other. If they see each other, it's because one nigga is in another nigga neighborhood. Yeah. That's literally the only reason. But there's no reason for a bloodhound nigga to go out his way to fly to Los Angeles to go to Compton to go to where these niggas be at to go kill one of these niggas. That's literally. You see how many steps it took for him to do that? It would literally be a motherfucker would have to. That's where the internet comes into play at, though. That's why I'm saying it's getting different because the internet. But I get what you're, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I get what you. I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying that's different. That's not a gang beefing with somebody. That's somebody trying to, like you said, that's somebody trying to get their name up.
Back into this video, right? Because we can't run all day. But listen,
no, this is what this is for. This is what shit like this is for.
But let me explain it to you though, bro. Like 5 years ago, I ain't gonna say 5 years ago, cause it's really different for everybody, bro. It's really like, alright, when motherfucker get out of high school. You get what I'm saying? If you got a certain type of money in motion, like, you gonna be in every hood in your local, not fuck every hood, you damn near gonna be in every state, every major state when this big shit happening, like, gang. When we first got out of high school, nigga, cousin them going to every motherfucking all-stock game, you get what I'm saying? Everything, like, gang, we was popping out. Like, nigga, but it's all about having money and shit. Like,
Josh, but that is, listen, but that has nothing, right. But those are hothead, dumbass niggas. That makes no sense, right.
Listen, it'll never be
real
no
gang, right.
Because
there's no reason, right. There's no reason to do, right, that's what I'm saying.
That's the only
niggas, right, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Real gang, these niggas are.
When that shit happened to King Von, motherfuckers was trying to get, like, right after motherfuckers was trying to get that Atlanta verse. Like Chicago, Georgia versus Chicago type shit, but that shit ain't gonna last too long.
This shit's gonna last 10 fucking months.
Finna go to Atlanta and try to really beef with some of
that is different. You know no, that's different. That's different because
like, we moving there.
One is not that far. One is not that far. Two is too many Chicago niggas in Atlanta. It's too many Atlanta niggas in Chicago. Look, and that's why it gets fucked up. No, it gets fucked up. Listen to this right quick. Stop before you speak right quick. It's gonna that beef will get really fucked up if the right people take it seriously because there's a lot of people's families that live in certain that live in these places that their children move to other places. You get what I'm saying?
It's been back for a while.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
in those two places specifically, in
Most
Atlanta and
motherfuckers just
Chicago.
moving to try to change their lives.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right?
The
But
niggas
motherfuckers
that's
from
really-
Georgia, motherfuckers from
Yeah.
Georgia coming to Chicago or going to New York and
Yeah.
shit, thinking they changed their life. But motherfuckers from Chicago going to
It
Atlanta
had
and
to
shit,
be on
thinking they
some,
changed
listen,
their
but it
life.
had to be on some like poverty, like gang, something that had to happen in Georgia to a lot of their ass moving down here. Something happened down here to a lot of eyes moving
But
down
you're
here.
not thinking about.
rape.
But you're
to where
not
it's
thinking
like,
about. No,
bro, the
you're
niggas
not.
that's-
That's why I'm
but
saying the right
to where-
people.
listen, but
That's
what I'm
why I
saying.
said the right
I'm saying
people.
to
No,
where,
no,
like,
listen.
Gang, the niggas that's moving down here, that's in the
It's
nigga
enough
that's
people
moving
down
from
here
Georgia.
already.
Listen, the nigga that's moving from Chicago to Atlanta, gang, like the street nigga, he got money and he not on no beef and shit. You
Right,
know what I'm
okay,
saying?
but
Like,
look at
the
this,
niggas
look at
that's
this.
really trying to go like blast some
But
shit
look at
every
this,
day
though.
on some real like nigga. I'm
Yeah.
from Chicago. Fuck niggas from anywhere.
No, I
else type
get
shit.
that,
Niggas
right,
not
right,
Never
but
leaving the city.
It's not that
don't
they
never make
not,
enough
but
money.
it's not that they
Like,
have
I'm
it
just
though.
being
But it's
honest.
not that they have it though.
If they do,
You're-
it's because somebody brought them out the
Right,
city.
yeah,
You know what
okay,
I'm
but
saying?
that's
Like, they
but
don't
that's the
never leave
case.
city
That's the
on their
case.
own
But
cognizance.
but you're not. You're still. When you think about things, you have to think about all aspects. You're bringing up.
That's why
You're
I
bringing.
said
Listen,
that
you're
shit
bringing up a
never really, like-
possibility. You're bringing up a possibility and then exiting it out by saying he could be brought by somebody else. That's it. That's the end of it. You get what I'm saying? Because he
That's
could be
really
brought by
like-
somebody else.
That's really like
Listen,
how it go, Gabe.
right? Or they went there on their own. It's a lot of possibilities, right? But think about this aspect of it. There are a lot of people, past, present, or future, that are going to move there or that have moved there already. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people's families that have stayed here because they have just funded their trip, or they just let them go because it's not enough money for everybody to go. You get what I'm saying? So what I mean by the right motherfuckers is the motherfuckers that you brought with you, right? Say the motherfucker that you brought with you not on no shit, right? But the motherfucker you brought with you is going, like, he ready to pop off with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not no bitch, but you're not finna just go start with a motherfucker in another gang just because they're in another gang. Though, you get what I'm saying? But hold on, stop. This is what I'm saying. So the other motherfucker with you, he ready to pop off whoever is in another gang, right? Boom. He go down and start some shit with them, right? Boom. It would take for the motherfucker that he get into it with to be a big part of that gang, and he would have to kill you and him. You get what I'm saying? You not having to do, but now your family in Chicago is worried about it. Now your gang in Chicago is worried about it because they know you not out there just on some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Now it's an actual situation. If they know that nigga just out here on some bullshit, shit happen, bro. You know what I mean? But the nigga, your biggest homie back at home should not be like, we finna start a war over this shit, over this crash out. You get what I'm saying? It's understandable. You get what I'm saying? We not gonna let no niggas pass if we see him, but we not finna go start an all-out war. If you and him dead, bro, it's raps. There's a reason why we should go out. There's reasons why we should send niggas out there now. There's reasons why they should be sending niggas out here now because they're expecting somebody to come to us, or we're expecting somebody. You get what I'm saying? It's an expectation. One crash out is not gonna change the slate. One crash out, and somebody that's, you get what I'm saying, that's not like out there, but is respected enough to get blowback behind them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what all it takes.
Like, nigga, but what I'm saying is, like, but I'm saying that to say, nigga, the nigga that's gonna really care about beef and really be out, like the nigga you said, the motherfucker that's gonna be out on 10 everywhere they go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that nigga, like, let's be honest, and I'm telling you from experience, me being out here, that nigga don't never have no money. You know
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It always comes. That's why I said he
what
come
I'm
with
saying,
you.
like,
That's what I'm saying. He coming with you.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
it
that
takes a
shit
nigga
never
like
really
you.
stick.
It takes
Like,
for the nigga you. It takes for you in the situation to be like, nigga, chill, nigga, relax. We not in our state, nigga, relax. We somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Those niggas are done. Those niggas are crash out.
Yeah.
Crash out niggas are never the smartest niggas.
But it's like, nigga, how many? Okay, let's just be honest. And this just being 100. Like, we gonna say the Vaughn incident for example.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if a motherfucker was really trying to make that state beef after he passed away, it would have stuck, but it wouldn't have never really, like, yeah, it could have.
That's what I'm telling you. If
it's
the
a lot of
right
motherfuckers-
people.
yeah, you're not lying,
That's what I'm saying. It
'cause
takes the
money
right
matters, nigga. Money matters. A motherfucker from
if the
Chicago,
big
a motherfucker
homie from Chicago with hella bread, I'm
like,
talking about
nigga,
with the
it's not
money,
even really
with the
about
motion.
Right, niggas
Right.
with money. If a nigga with
That's
money,
the big homie. That should be the big homie. If
like,
if your big homie,
it ain't no big homies out here, gang. I mean, it's niggas
but
with
you
money,
no,
gang.
bro. Stop it, bro. This is why niggas out here wild, because there's no big homies. That's exactly why niggas out here wild, because there's no big homies. Because there's no respect. You don't even have respect for your own niggas. I don't understand it. You can't even have respect. You can't have a respect enough for your own nigga to call him a mentor. Fuck it. So y'all call him big homies. You can't call him this nigga getting money. Fuck it.
Okay,
you don't want to get money.
Let me explain to you. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, when a lot of people be around motherfuckers like and they around the same age, even if you 5 years younger than a motherfucker, and y'all outside doing the same thing with each other every day. You get what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker not gonna call a motherfucker they big homie, they just homies.
Yeah,
and then
too
a motherfucker
powerful.
that's listen, it's not really too powerful thing. Let me explain to you. And a motherfucker that's older than you not gonna be allowing you to call them your big homie because nigga we're equal. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't come up under. Listen, you don't come up under me, nigga. You got your own name. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not your daddy. I'm not holding your hand out. I'm not none of that. You get what I'm saying? That's just genuine shit. If a motherfucker trying to big homie, little bro, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's a whole nother era. This era, like, gang, before motherfucker got outside,
that's why these, like I said again, that's why these niggas are out here so loose and
like,
wild because they have no structure, no structure.
It's not saying that. It's
There's
not
no
a whole
structure.
Bunch of, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's not saying it's not a whole bunch of young niggas that's grouped up out here that all understand, like, motherfuckers that got their different roles and they all listen, this nigga got more money than me, but we all getting money. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna call him my big homie, but like it's niggas that be.
But I'm talking about the nigga that's been. But no, I'm talking about the nigga that's 5-10 years older than. There's no reason. There's no reason why y'all should have a nigga that's 5-10 years older than y'all that's not getting money. You know what I'm saying? If he is, that's why I'm saying. That's why niggas out here wild. Niggas out here wild. Let's get back to this shit.
Members would start to distance themselves from Dalton members around this time, as they saw them as responsible for starting the war. This meant Wally and F Block would beef Dalton, and also beef Topsides. This then resulted in Dalton being a renegade gang, meaning they have no allies, and beef all of the gangs in Huddersfield. Now stabbings and shootings would play out between Topsides and F Block, with a lot of these shootings playing out in broad daylight. So much so, that around the late 2010s, F Block would even start referring to themselves as BDG, or Broad Day Gang, due to them carrying out shootings and stabbings on ops in broad daylight. It would be around 2018 that one of the most notorious incidents would occur between the gangs. Now, Topsides boss named LM and other Topside members would catch a prominent member of F Block named Booter B. They would attempt to shoot at him. However,
yes, this is why I be talking about that you sometimes like the shit that you say don't even make sense. Because I said, one, there's no nigga that should be around you with no money. That's 5-10 years older than you with no money. That's not so I'm not calling a nigga like that my big homie. It doesn't I don't understand it.
Where the gun would allegedly jam, with the Topside members fleeing. Around 30 minutes later, F Block would look for retaliation, and a member would spot LM and shoot him in the head on camera. However, the bullet would graze his head, and he would luckily survive. This incident is often referred to in recent Booter B songs.
Gonna give my bill, they tried drill at me and they failed. They knew that's how big was stick, but why? Within 30 minutes, their boss got slapped with a shotgun shell.
See this shit, this is what I don't like. They be telling on they sales in these damn raps, bro. Give yourself a chance to run.
It would be around August 2019 that we would start to see F Block members starting to make music. They would drop a rude cipher titled F Block Block Cipher. This included many different F Block members freestyling. They would refer to the shooting of LM multiple times on this song, and would even reference another incident where another opposition member would be stabbed with his girlfriend.
Remember that day in Brax when Nicky got knifed, man Tyrone got his girlfriend sliced. Don't try come to my side.
Drill fans would start to notice F Block as their bars were seriously rude. The cipher would do good, considering this was F Block's first appearance in the drill scene, and it currently sits on 428,000 views. Following this, F Block wouldn't really be consistent with music, with most of the members focusing on the streets, with F Block alone even making up a lot of the knife and gun crime within Huddersfield, with F Block even allegedly shooting one of their own members around 2019 due to internal disputes, separating the gang into two sub-gangs, which in recent years we have seen popular F Block member Booter B rap about. It would be around 2020 where Booter B would be jailed, as we wouldn't see any more music following the F Block cipher. Topsides would also be quiet around this time. However, they would still carry out deadly attacks on any rivals, with them also being a big contributor to the gun crime within West Yorkshire. However, a lot of their members were pretty unknown, as they didn't really rap around this time. However, we would see the beef explode in December 2020. On the 19th of December, 2020, Jams, who was an F Block member, would be taking his mum to work. However, what Jams didn't know was that 3 Birkby gang members would be looking to kill. They had scouted out Jams's house the day before and would be waiting outside his house for him. Jams would be sitting in his car, outside of his house waiting for his mum, when the Birkby members would spot him. They would fire multiple shots into his car. Jams would be hit numerous times. Police and emergency services would be called to the scene. Paramedics would try their best to save Jams. However, sadly, he would be pronounced dead on the scene. A murder investigation would be launched following this. Originally, 4 men were arrested for the murder. Police would connect.
Hell in the Somalis.
Got killed by 4 niggas from the gas
4
station.
men have sentenced to
Bogus
long.
as hell.
Damn.
Them niggas
I'd
finna
be
go-
sick to kill by a nigga in a gang that look like this.
Them niggas.
These men to the
What type
crime,
of gang
and later
they
in
in?
2022, they would all be found
Ain't no
guilty
unlock with
and
the
be
drillers.
jailed, with 3 of the 4 men getting a life sentence.
Son, head
Rest in
killers.
peace, Jams.
Pop, pop,
F Block
pop,
would be
niggas.
looking for retaliation following the murder of
Bro, I swear
Jams,
to God,
and only days later they would find their
we
retaliation.
gotta
Only
get
days
that.
later, F Block members would be lurking and looking for
Yeah,
ops.
yeah.
They would spot a Berkby member named Tooch standing outside of a mosque and would shoot him multiple times. Tooch would be hit in the head by the oncoming bullets, with him being killed, and would shoot him multiple times. Tooch would be hit in the head by the oncoming bullets, with him being killed on the scene and paramedics arriving moments later. However, luckily, Tooch would be revived by the paramedics and would survive the attack. This incident is also often referenced in recent F Block songs. Only 10 days after the death of Jams on the 29th of December 2020, Booter B, who hadn't dropped any music at all in 2020, would return to the drill scene with a Hood's hottest freestyle. Fans would start noticing that Booter B was talking real grease in his songs, and fans would also start commenting on how hard he sounded on drill beats. Booter B was steadily growing a fan base. 2021 would begin, with the violence in the streets still continuing, and dozens of articles being published surrounding broad
Shit, man. That's one thing about this UK scene, bro. Motherfuckers be getting stabbed up, bro. Motherfucker gotta get up, real up close and that's why I don't take none of that shit for granted. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers be like, that UK shit, I can't take that shit seriously, nigga. Alright, then the nigga walk up and stab your dumb ass. Motherfucker chop your whole arm off with a machete.
day shootings and stabbings playing out between the gangs. And in
You
August
won,
2021,
bro.
Booter would
I
return to the
really
drill
know how to
scene
sneak and
again
eat.
after not dropping for 8 months. He would return with a song titled No Point. The
you
music
won't be
video
able
to
to
this
bring the
song
switch
was
in,
even
I tell
filmed
you
on their
that.
op block. In December 2021,
Right.
Booter would link up with
So you
Pac-Man
think, right,
TV
so what
and
do you
release a
want
hotspot
something right?
freestyle, which would gain a lot of attention and currently sits at just under
You
1
think-
million
you think if they-
views.
you right,
However,
you switch it
Booter
up.
wasn't done there, and 10 days later on the 16th of December, he would drop a song on
ain't gonna switch
Mixtape
that hard,
Madness
you-
titled Blanks, where he dissed Topsides, Berkby, and Dalton for attempting to shoot him with blanks. 2022 would begin, and we would start to see Topsides rapping again, with a younger generation going by RSK starting to drop songs. In May 2022, 2 members of RSK named YC and Lurks would drop a song named Risk It Avenue, where they would diss F Block and other rivals. Topsides would be somewhat consistent, with rappers like YC really putting on for RSK around this time. At the
That's how. But do you see how like all of these
Would be
niggas are
somewhat
like
consistent
masked
with
up,
rappers like
glasses
White-
up? Like all of these niggas. You wanna know what it is?
Cause they ass regular motherfucking
Regular kids. All of these kids then to go to a
All
private
kids,
school.
man, you just seen 4 grown ass guys.
No, but I'm saying I'm talking about these kids. But these are regular kids that go to school, uniforms, history, German,
Folks, mama don't know he do this. He
Don't.
out there, though.
auntie. They mamas know each other and shit.
Change their clothes before they go in the
Come
crib.
on, man. They change their clothes, throw it in the garbage can and throw it behind the garbage can and run out.
You know these niggas own Nike Tech.
I'm a top boy, ma. No, you not. Well, that's gonna be a bottom boy once I
This is
punch your
better
dumb ass.
C really putting
It's
on
gonna
for
be more.
RSK around this
Better
time.
Batman.
At the start of
Batman.
August
Batman.
2022, F Block members would spot a Topsides member named Nino outside of a men's club. The F Block members would draw knives and start to attack Nino. One of the F Block members would thrust his knife towards Nino, resulting in his hand being chopped off. Eyewitnesses said that his hand was twitching on the floor following the stabbing. The F Block members would flee following this attack, with a 17-year-old boy being arrested shortly after the attack. However, I can't find if this
After what?
attack, with a 17-year-old boy being arrested shortly after the attack. However, I can't
Damn! They cut a nigga wrist off.
find if this person was charged or not. Booter B would be blowing up around this time, gaining hundreds of new fans every day. However, what no one was expecting was that the next person would be killed due to the beef during this time.
Obviously, it was cool. Nobody getting close enough to touch your fucking wrist.
On the 15th of August 2022, Javs, who was a Topsides member, would be at a street party on Claremont Road, Moss Side, which was located in Manchester. During the early hours, members of Wally named JD and Capo would spot Javs, who was standing with friends. The boys standing with Javs would fire off a firearm toward JD and Capo. However, the bullet would miss and hit the floor. Capo and JD would respond with knives and would chase down Javs. Javs would be stabbed 5 times by the pair. JD and
How does that happen? How does that happen? Where did that nigga gun go? Where did his gun go?
I told you, bro.
Where did his gun? He had
8
one
years
bullet in his
behind-
gun.
8 years behind, gang.
That nigga had-
Folks
he had a-
probably had a 5-shot he took from OG. She probably done shot that motherfucker 4 times.
See, now he probably only know how to load one bullet in that
That's what I'm
bitch.
saying. Folks
Loaded that
went out
bitch
there
and
with
he
the gun
only
they
got that bitch in the head so that motherfucker look crazy.
Folks say he went out there with the gun they killed Abe Lincoln with.
Right.
Shot that bitch one time. Tried to put
He
the ball in
went out
at
there
the
with
same time.
the gun the Joker be carrying around. Bang! Look at that, so dumb.
Bo would spot Javs, who was standing with
Right.
friends.
Put the
The
ball
boys
in
standing
the
with
gun.
Javs would fire off a firearm toward JD and Capo. However, the bullet would miss and hit the floor. Capo and JD
Packing
would
the gun
respond
in,
with
looking at
knives
nigga.
and would chase down Javs. Javs would be
Pack the
stabbed
gun,
5
looking at
times
nigga.
by the pair. JD and Capo would flee the scene following the stabbing, and paramedics and police would be called to the scene. Javs would be rushed to hospital. However, he would die whilst being treated in the hospital. A murder investigation would be launched following this, with all of the members from both opposing groups going on to be arrested. JD and Capo would also be arrested. They would be charged for the murder of Javs and would be found guilty. JD, who was a Wally member, would be sentenced to life with a minimum of 21 years, and Capo would be sentenced to life with a minimum of 20 years. Rest in peace, Javs. It would be around August 2022 when Booter B would find himself fresh home from jail after previously going to jail in May, 3 months earlier. Whilst it's unknown why he went to jail, he does reference being charged
He telling.
3 attempted
This is
murders.
the only. This is a confidential informant. This is why he's not showing his face. This nigga is a confidential
Being the
informant.
cases,
This
a
is
lot
the
of the
third time they
songs
said he's got out
following
of
You are
jail.
not the same. Took the AM to trial and never lost the case. I see the look. I got back 3 attempted murders. I shot my mouth, never said one word. I shot my.
You lying. You're lying. You're lying. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that, man. Your lawyer has to be the greatest lawyer. This nigga is Johnny Cochran. Resurrected. This nigga got you off from 3 murders. This nigga is the greatest nigga of all time.
Booter B would be released shortly after the death of Javs and would drop a song named B&B, or Back and Better, where he would rap about jail and how his fans kept telling him to focus on music, which it looked like Booter was ready to do. The violence would continue to play out in the streets, and under a month after the death of Javs, another person would be killed as a result of the rivalry. On the 21st of September 2022, a 15-year-old member of Topsides named YR would be on his way home from school with friends in Huddersfield when 2 young members of F Block named Slim and Jugga would be waiting to ambush him. They had dressed into black clothes and had prepared face masks. When YR would walk past Slim and Jugga, the 2 F Block members would jump out and stab YR multiple times. Slim and Jugga would flee the scene following the
30-centimeter blade.
members would jump out and stab
30-centimeter blade. Imagine you getting stabbed in the chest with a 30-centimeter blade. Think how big a 30-centimeter blade is.
Do his ribs, puncture one of his lungs and his heart.
That's about 30 right there. That's about 30 right there.
You just dumb man.
Think of that motherfucker going, it's nice.
YR multiple times. Slim and Jugga would flee the scene following this incident. YR's friends would try and help him. They would call emergency services who would arrive on the scene moments later. However, despite their best attempts to save YR, he would sadly be pronounced dead 2 hours later in hospital, meaning yet again, another murder investigation would be launched. The 2 killers who weren't able to be named due to them being 15 and 17 at the time would be arrested not long after the murder. They would be found guilty and would be sentenced to life with a minimum of 16 and 18 years each. After the sentencing, their names and faces would actually be released.
This nigga last name ain't never pussy.
Pussy.
Of 16 and 18
The
years
Kelly
each.
Pussy.
After the
They
sentencing,
put a
their
pussy
names
in
and
his ass
faces
and
would actually be
yeah.
released to the public.
Both these niggas like
Rest 18 years each. After the sentencing, their names and faces would
females in the face.
actually be released to the public. Rest in peace, YR. My condolences go out to his family. During the rest of 2022, Huddersfield would basically be on fire, with it being normal to see shootings and stabbings happening daily. This much violence in Huddersfield would result in the crime rate soaring to 136% in comparison to London's crime rate of 87%. Booter B would release 6 different songs following his release in August 2022, which is good consistency, and would result in Booter blowing in 2022, with new and old drill fans all starting to notice him and the Huddersfield drill scene. 2023 would start, with Booter B dropping a UK drill banger titled Strawberry Daiquiri, which was seriously hard, and on the 9th of February would drop a song featuring Mastermind. However, only days later, another person would fall victim to the streets. On the 20th of February 2023, a 17-year-old named Harley Brown, nicknamed Drips, was an alleged member of Wally, which was a gang allied with F Block. Anyways, Harley would be
I be forgetting that their names aren't American names, bro. So when you hear some of their names, Harley,
Drips.
what are you doing over there? It's a boy. Harley.
Harley
Charlie.
Harley.
Harley Brown.
How you okay over there, Harley?
Harley, do your homework.
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown.
Was an alleged member of Wally, which was a gang allied with F Block. Anyways, Harley would be standing near a 24-hour shop on Colne Street within Huddersfield and would spot two boys who were Dalton gang members. Anyways, the two boys aged 16 and 14 would chase Harley onto Maple Street, where they would catch up and stab him multiple times. The attackers would flee, and
These niggas can't be fast. It's I don't know what's going on. Everything that's getting ran down is getting caught. I don't understand it. I've never seen so many rundowns in my goddamn life.
Harley would stagger onto Kings Mill Lane. Harley would be taken to hospital. However, he was sadly pronounced dead in hospital hours later. Following the attack, a murder investigation would be launched, with the 14-year-old being arrested hours later during the day, and the 16-year-old being arrested 2 days later, on the 22nd of February 2023. Both of the teens would be facing murder charges, with them both pleading not guilty. However, in December 2023, both teens would be found guilty. The younger boy would be given 10 years, and the older boy would be given 14 years. Rest in peace, Harley Brown, or Drips. Harley Brown would move from Deptford in South London to Huddersfield around 2020, as his mum had fears he was being groomed into drug gangs in Deptford. My condolences go out to Harley's friends and family. Following this incident, Booter B would drop his first EP, featuring 5 songs. These songs had one feature from fellow F Block member GR, who we have also seen start to make music following this. Booter B wouldn't stop at an EP though, with him dropping a Daily Duppy and a Mad About Bars to end the year. And his 2020
And we gonna do that Mad About Booting, so make sure to stay tuned. Into that, we gonna keep going.
24 began. He would drop a 16-track album featuring rappers T-Way, Heady One, Still Brickin', SL, and We Want Wraiths, which just shows how well-known Booter B has become in recent years. If you have learned anything from this video, make sure it's to not involve your...
Man, if you learned anything from this video, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe down in the channel. Make sure to tune into your boy.
Hey, bro.
Subscribe to the channel, do what you gotta do. You know we're gonna be back with another mother.